So, what usually happens when you or your child has an earache or an infection and you go to the doctor? What do? They usually prescribe you antibiotics. And while that may help, it also comes with some negative side effects because they do get rid of the bad bacteria, but they also get rid of your good bacteria as well. So, if you take antibiotics and you take them over and over again, it's going to really start to cause a lot of digestive issues in your body because you're missing a lot of your good gut bacteria. So that's why I want to tell you guys about the four top natural remedies for getting rid of an earache, an ear infection, a really bad ear infection that have no negative side effects and that really work. So the first one would be an onion. Now, what you want to do with this onion is you would want to leave the skin on. Don't cut it yet. I know mine's cut, but first you would just want to leave it as it is with the skin on, and then you would want to steam it or bake it for a good 15 to 20 minutes until it's kind of soft and it's nice and hot. And then you would cut it open and you would take one of the sides and then you would squeeze it until you get a couple of drops of that onion juice in a spoon. And that spoon will nicely cool off those drops. And if it's still a little too warm, then just wait a little bit. Wait till it's like room temperature. And then you would put those drops in your or your child's ear. And then once those drops are in your or your child's ear, you just hold your head this way for a few minutes and let that onion soak everything in your ear and coat it for a good couple of minutes. And then you can get up and do whatever you need to do. But if you have a really bad infection in your ear and it's even pussing, things like that, then what you would do is you would take a cotton cloth and then you would put that over the onion. And then you would take like a piece of plastic or even saran wrap and put that around the back. And what that does is it keeps the heat in the onion because the onion needs to be warm for it to work. And then you would just place that under your ear or your child's ear and just have them lay on it like this for a good half an hour to an hour or more. And what that does is that onion actually pulls out and draws out that pus and toxins right out of the ear and gets rid of the ear infection. It really, really works. But once the onion gets cold, then it's not going to really work anymore and then you can just throw it away. So that's why it's good to put the plastic or the saran wrap behind it so it keeps it nice and warm to draw out those toxins. So the second one would be coconut oil. And I recommend coconut oil for those who are having more of an issue with their ear. It works really well for pain and infection, but if you have more going on in your ear, like damage in your ear, this one is best for that because it will cause you no negative side effects. It won't burn you, sting you. It just nicely coats it and gets rid of the inflammation and infection. So you just warm up a little bit of coconut oil in a spoon, not too hot, just room temperature. Drop a couple of drops in that ear. Let your ear rest like this for a couple minutes so that coconut oil can coat and soak into everything, and then you're good to go. Now, the next one, number 3, would be tea tree oil. Now, tea tree oil is really good for any kind of pain or infection, but this one I really recommend for fungal infections because this one is really good at getting rid of any kind of fungus. So you would do the same just like the coconut oil, a couple of drops that are warm in the ear for a couple of minutes with your head to the side, and then you're good to go. And the last but not the least would be garlic oil. And garlic oil is a little bit potent, so I wouldn't do it straight as it is, especially for kids 8 and under. I would do a teaspoon of olive oil with a couple of drops of garlic oil in it mixed up, and then you can put a couple of drops of that in the ear for a couple of minutes. Now, if you're older than 8, you can definitely take it as it is, but if you find it still a little bit too strong, then definitely dilute it. And the reason why these 4 natural remedies work so well is because they have 4 amazing properties to them, which they are all anti-inflammatory, they're antibacterial, antifungal, and antimicrobial. And I guarantee you try those and you're going to see a difference. And if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you tried any of these and it's actually worked for you, leave a comment down below and let others know of your experience. Because I know there are so many people that have been helped so much by these remedies.